ChatGPT, what is testosterone? Testosterone is a hormone primarily responsible for the development of male sexual characteristics, though it is present in all sexes. It belongs to a class of hormones called androgens. In males, it's produced mainly in your testicles, responsible for deepening your voice during puberty, growth of facial hair and bodily hair, increases in muscle mass and strength, development of the penis and testes, and regulation of libido, sex drive, and sperm production. So basically everything that's incorporated in being a man. Having a lot of sex, being strong and healthy, and have a high level of muscle mass, and have a lot of babies. Now what you probably didn't know is testosterone is one of the greatest signifiers to a man's general health and well-being. The same factors that allow you a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy performance are the same things that provide you with high levels and healthy levels of testosterone. It's almost super weird to think that if we take care of our body and we're extremely healthy as men, then we can be more like men instead of actually what a lot of people think testosterone is, which is I mean, there is a sense of animalism to it because yes, we are animals, but that is all through the way we treat our bodies, we treat our minds, and we treat our reproductive system. My interest into testosterone definitely came after feeling I was in a very feminine world. I genuinely feel walking around on a day-to-day basis, I'm surrounded by 95% women, and that is probably to the lack of testosterone in this world. It is no surprise that as humans, and men especially, are becoming more and more lazy, more and more complacent, with greater and larger amount of excuses that testosterone levels are becoming visibly non-existent in a male life. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 integral things that you can do to optimize your testosterone production. And if you do find any of this information useful, then do make sure to subscribe. Tip number 1 is focusing on heavy compound lifts. Testosterone is released in response to muscle stress. The more muscle fibers you activate, the bigger hormonal response. Therefore, when you're doing compound exercises like your squats, like your deadlifts, like your bench press, and you engage multiple muscle groups at once, you're activating more muscle fibers, which is allowing more muscle stress and therefore releasing more testosterone into your body. There are way more examples of compound lifts you can do, but one of the most integral things to this is make sure you are doing it with a good technique and a good form to make sure you're engaging the muscles and the external muscle groups that you want to be engaging. For example, in a bench press, a lot of mistakes I see people making is not engaging their glutes and their hamstrings enough and their core enough to actually make it a compound exercise, because if you're lying flat on the bench or lifting your legs up, it's not a compound exercise. Compound exercises are extremely efficient in the gym. Not only do I love them for their levels of testosterone production, but for me personally, when I don't have time to go to the gym for an hour and a half every single day, compound exercises are a great way to maintain and improve high levels of strength at a consistent and productive basis. Tip number 2, and a massively underrated one, is the importance of vitamin D. Do not go outside and start fucking sunbathing. Instead, figure out how you can incorporate vitamin D into your life organically. What I mean by this is, where are you taking your calls? Where are you working from? Can you work outside for 20-30 minutes a day? Can you take some calls in the morning on a walk and get some sun at the same time? But to do this efficiently, you also need to choose your environment well, which means if you're in a cold and horrible and wet country, definitely consider the effect that's having on your health, not only your mental health, but your physical health. I'm a massive advocate for some moody places because they feel like trenches. It's a great place to work. And if you do that, then vitamin D supplements are good, but natural is always better. I'm a huge believer in animalism and science. Vitamin D supplements are a close match. They're not damaging on your body whatsoever. So if you are in a cold environment, then definitely think about how that environment's benefiting you, as opposed to somewhere you can stay more active, be outside more, maybe be more socially active and healthy. If you are in a cold place, then vitamin D supplements would be an extremely intelligent move. And on the topic of vitamins, these are my personalized bionic supplements tailored to my necessities. Just 3 scoops of them a day and you are done and dusted. No more having like 5 different containers of zinc, magnesium, vitamin this, vitamin that. Mine also contain vitamin D. You essentially take your blood test, send them in, they create your personalized bionic supplement, and you can get yours too. You can also get 40% off your first month, and the link for that is in the bio as well. They are not sponsors, they are just someone I work with or work alongside, and they are superb. I'm a massive advocate for investing in yourself, and that's a way which you can do it. Invest in your health, which is also a direct investment to your business, to your life, to your purpose, to your happiness, and everything else. And if you didn't get anything I said in the last 2 minutes, then when you see the sun, go out, digest some sun into your face for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, doing whatever you can, and get back inside. Tip number 3 is to indulge in some high intensity exercise. I don't think 99% of you know what high intensity exercise means. I see way too many of you going to the gym and training your mouth and your tongue muscles more than any other. High intensity training is essentially training at a rate where you're unable to talk. You are out of breath too much, your cardiovascular system and your muscles are working too hard for you to be able to communicate at a nice talking pace. We're talking stuff like boxing, stuff like sprinting, really athletic movements that activate your fast twitch fibers. See, when I'm moving around slowly or walking or jogging, we're not activating our fast twitch muscle fibers. But when the movement is quick, dynamic, explosive, then we are activating our fast twitch muscle fibers. No, you cannot just sit in a chair all day and do this, because that really didn't work, and I have no idea why my arms decided to start spasming. The activation of the fast twitch muscle fibers triggers a response from the central nervous system, which produces a larger volume of testosterone. And also, these training methods are insanely effective for muscle growth and fat loss, which is simultaneously good for your testosterone production. And the bonus of that is you stop being a fat piece of shit. Number 4 is eating organic foods. And before I dive into why this is so integral for testosterone, I just want to say that the amount and the volume of people that are calling me and texting me on a daily basis telling me they are consistently ill is at an all-time high, and I'm not surprised when I look at people's diets. Gain some understanding about what a healthy diet looks like, prioritize organic and natural foods only, and when you stop putting so many chemicals into your body, you'll stop having an immune system like a 4-year-old fucking Nancy, and then you will stop being sick all the time. And these chemicals that are making you get sick all the time are also the same chemicals damaging your hormones, losing the productivity of testosterone release. In difference to the processed foods damaging our hormone production, organic foods often contain higher levels of antioxidants, healthy fats, and micronutrients like zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D, all of which are essential for testosterone production. All these organic foods that you're talking about, they're nothing fancy. It's not like you have to go into the organic section of a store and buy the fanciest of everything. It's quite simply your eggs, your red meats, your chicken, your basic animal food products at a decent standard, at a decent quality, and then looking at vegetables, looking at nuts, looking at healthy fats. I'd say one of the biggest tips in this aspect is actually the simplicity of a diet. When we look at food in a different limelight, as opposed to being something we have to use for our Instagram pictures and all our friends have to rave about, and you have to look at your plate and go, wow, that looks so tasty, and you have to sit there and really enjoy your meal for like an hour and a half. If you just put a steak and some sweet potatoes on a plate, chucked it down, and then enjoyed that same time with your friends sitting on the couch, chilling, letting your food be digested, it will be much more efficient, as opposed to all of you going, oh, I need all of this seasoning and sauce and processed shit on my plate that makes this food really tasty, and oh my god, it looks so nice. Food is calories, calories is energy. Energy is everything. So the energy that we input, the energy that we consume, is going to have a direct correlation to the quality of energy we export. So if I'm putting shit into my body all day, and then I feel tired and I feel lazy and I can't move and I can't go to the gym productively and my muscles aren't growing, then it's not going to be a surprise, or it can't be a surprise, especially now you're watching this. When you consume really good quality energy, you can then go to produce similar qualities in your business, in your economic life, in your social life, in your dating life, whatever it is. In the gym, you're going to have more productive sessions. You're going to be able to build greater levels and more productive levels of muscle mass. So all of this correlation is quite simple, and it starts with you just taking the idea that food has to be something fancy and simplifying it right down to the necessities. 2 components that we mentioned last time that are integral for our testosterone production are zinc and magnesium. Now, not a lot of people know the importance of zinc and magnesium, and also not a lot of people know what foods contain high levels of zinc or magnesium. So either go and ask ChatGPT or listen up real quick. First of all, you have dark chocolate. We're looking at like 80% and above. You don't want too much sugar in there or too much processed stuff. I have 100% dark chocolate. It tastes like shit, but it's easy just to kind of get in every day, as opposed to cooking something like spinach or red meat, even though I incorporate them into my diet as well. So you have spinach, you have red meat, and also cashew nuts are a great one, but you don't want to overly compensate on them because they're very high on calories. So take everything in proportion. You have to understand what you're eating. If you don't usually track your calories, I definitely recommend you to start tracking your calories until you get to a point where you understand what foods contain what amount of calories, what's making you fat, because it's very easy for me to sit here and go, nuts are healthy for you, cheese is healthy for you. It is, but if you overcompensate in cheese and nuts, you're gonna be having a lot of calories. So, nuts are a great source of zinc and also magnesium and also fiber. So on the back of that, download, MyFitnessPal is a great one for me. It's like 60 quid a month, download it and start scanning things and understanding how much calories and how many grams of protein are in each types of food. It's super simple. You don't have to go over the top about it. A lot of people think, oh, I'm weighing every gram of shit I have. just gaining an understanding is going to benefit you massively. And just before we move on to my last and favorite one, by the way, it's also really important to add on that when you eat all these healthy and organic foods and understand your nutrition, the best thing about all of it is you won't be a fat, lazy piece of shit, and you'll be able to attract girls. Oh, what a great link. When you're not fat and when you're in shape and healthy, you're gonna be able to attract girls. And when you can attract girls, it's gonna help you with tip number 5 is having regular sexual activity. Engaging in sex or even just sexual arousal can cause short-term spikes in your testosterone levels due to the body's natural hormone response. So the first 4 have been focused on our health, which ironically also get us in good shape, which make us attractive, which allow us to gain a level of self-respect for ourselves, which now allow us to attract females and have sex. And when we have sex, we can create a short-term spike in our testosterone. Regular sexual activity may help maintain healthy testosterone levels by keeping the body's reproductive system active and responsive. Low sexual activity or chronic stress related to sex, like performance anxiety or relationship issues, can contribute to low testosterone, which means when you're proud of your body, when you achieve a good cardiovascular system, and you're confident in yourself because you look good and you feel good, and this ongoing cycle of self-confidence is just skyrocketing because your testosterone is high, giving you more energy to continue going to the gym at a higher level and a higher rate and a more effective rate, and work harder and be a fucking G and be happier and be healthier and look better and have more self-confidence and then be better performing in the bedroom and have less stress anxiety and have more regular sex, which keeps your reproductive system in cycle, which boosts your testosterone, and then you're not worried because you're having so much sex and you're getting so good at it, you're not worried about your performance, so you're not damaging your testosterone levels. And this healthy loop is that higher testosterone often increases libido, and sexual activity helps keep testosterone levels supported. So your testosterone levels is increasing your libido, which encourages you to be more sexually active, which then supports your testosterone levels. So not only is this point number 5 in a great rounded cycle of having more sex and being regularly sexually active, but also the art of self-confidence. If I looked at you down the mic now and I told you, if you can be confident, your testosterone levels will go through the roof, you laugh at me. The link between self-confidence, health, organic foods, energy, being good in bed, it's all there. It's this big foundation to a man's life. And once you build this foundation incredibly strong, your empire is bulletproof. And guess what? These 5 tips and its cycle starts here and starts with you. You have to be ready to acknowledge yourself transparently. You have to be self-aware. You have to start asking yourself these questions. And the first thing you're gonna do now is go and get a fucking blood test and see where your testosterone levels are at, if they're healthy, and how you can be improving them in your life. The second thing you're gonna do is maintain them by keeping a very healthy masculine life. And the third thing you're gonna do is look at the link in the description called The Truth, where not only am I gonna tell you how to be more productive with your testosterone production, but also teach you how to master your dating life and hold you accountable to do all of the above and everything we've just talked about. So hopefully I'll see you in there. And if, as I say, you found anything in this video useful, make sure you're subscribed and keeping up to date with our videos and all the value that we are providing on here. Hasta luego.